Doing all right here, guys. Glad to be back. I fixed the problems that were happening before, so you can probably see my face a little bit better.
Perfect. Yeah,
All right.
I feel like it hasn't been that long since we saw you last time under a different tag. You guys are now the Twilight Knights, rebranded. How's the rebranding been for you guys so far? Has it garnered any new attention? Have you guys been working towards doing other things? Talk to us.
So ever since the rebranding, we've been working to put ourselves a bit more in the competitive limelight. In that, I mean, we've been recruiting some more people. We've been upping our training schedules, doing things like that. So we've been getting more data sheets, streaming a bit more, just the basic things that have to be done. We've been scheduling a lot of them and just getting them out based on what the meta has been.
Cool.
Perfect.
Right. So who are some of your players? You mentioned that you've been bringing new players onto your roster. Who are some of your new players, but also how do you go about finding new players for a Shadowverse team?
So we've actually been getting a lot of recruiting thanks to Dubkey, who's been out looking for really promising competitors. We got Dreamlight, who is a pretty powerful competitor. We also have Sad Peter. We've gotten a few new people. I think Gab-chan, or Gabby is probably called. She's new to the team, and we're showing her the ropes, so to speak. So we are getting a lot of people. We're not afraid to have newer people, but we are looking for more experienced people. But we are right now mostly looking in the Pan America group because that's where we have the smallest showing right now.
Sure, that makes sense. And honestly speaking, I feel like any new team shouldn't be afraid of picking up new players or anything like that. If anything, look at all the other teams, right? They didn't start big.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to get a group of players together. They needed to practice within themselves, get their own data sheets going, and then they kind of let players rise up and kind of bolster them, which is great. So I know you've been talking about recruiting, getting all these new players, newer players and stuff like that. How have you guys been preparing for this season, the Brigade of the Sky season, as well as kind of pushing your players forward to winning these games, getting into the competitive scene and making a name for themselves?
So we've been doing a lot of information sharing with the team, talking about the meta, seeing what's happening all around, looking at the big decks, of course, Tanko Shrine, Mid-Sword, which is Mid-Sword right now. I think we all know what that is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been going with different packs, different matchups, how to deal with different things, and we've been coming up with different strategies that we hope will put us over the top as we get further in.
Sure. Yep. Keeping the adjustments in mind, that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that shapes up. I'm curious. Do the Twilight Knights? Do you all have anything planned for the future? Any tournaments? Any programs? I guess Twitter streaming. How can people find out more about the Twilight Knights?
Well, the best way to find out about the Twilight Knights right now is to go to our Discord page. But we do also have a Twitter page that would be, I believe it's Twilight Knights. Let me get it. I should have been more prepared.
That's okay.
But yeah, we have a Twitter page. That's where we can be found. We have a lot of information posted on there. We are on Discord, of course, and when sets come out, we do try to do set reviews. We are working on doing more tournaments. We're speaking a bit about that, but we're working more toward dealing with the meta and what's happening within our team before we actually branch out and do tournaments.
Cool. Well then, I guess one question I'd like you to just kind of speak to the audience about. What is your kind of message to the community, as in, we're a new team, we want you to join, this is what we're all about, as well as any shout-outs you might have?
So I want to give shout-outs to the team leader Artemis, the graphic designer Rosalia was able to make the new TK banner that's being used, as well as the old BS Dragon. I want to give shout out to Kazar, Expert, our competitive players, Dubkey, Mew, Dreamlife, Sucktar. There's so many people I could name, but just so I'm not taking up your time, I just want to say that TK is rising up little by little. It's gonna get to those higher marks, and if you want to join, don't be afraid to ask. Our join page is always open for anyone. We look at all of our applications, and we don't accept absolutely everybody, but for the people we do accept, then we do because we think they have a lot of potential and a lot of room to grow.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, it's been really great talking with you. Thank you for sharing everything about the Twilight Knights. Any last words?
Outside of what I've already said, I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament and what the future is going to bring with the new nerfs and everything else that's happened.
Perfect.
Awesome. Perfect.
Thank you, Nova, for your time. Appreciate it. Twilight Knights, new team on the block. Get in while it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I love about the community. It's still so new that, I mean, the direction where this can go is just anywhere. The sky's the limit.
Here's the thing.